The doctor's words echoed in the billionaire's mind long after the room had gone silent. 3 months. That was all they had given his daughter, Lily. He nodded calmly in front of the doctors, signed papers without reading them, and walked out like a man made of stone, but inside, everything was collapsing. Lily was only 8 years old. She had eyes that sparkled even on her worst days, and a smile that once filled the massive mansion with laughter. Now she lay pale in her bed, surrounded by machines, her small chest rising and falling with effort. The mansion felt colder than ever despite its luxury. Daniel Harrington had everything money could buy. Private jets, companies across continents, doctors flown in from the best hospitals in the world. Yet none of it could buy him more time for his child. For the first time in his life, his wealth felt useless. The staff moved quietly around the house, careful not to disturb the fragile peace. Among them was Maria, the maid. She was a middle-aged woman with tired eyes and gentle hands, someone Daniel had barely noticed in the years she worked there. To him, she had always been part of the background. But Maria noticed everything. She noticed how Lily flinched when nurses changed shifts, how she relaxed when someone spoke softly to her, how fear crept into her eyes at night when the lights dimmed. Maria had lost a child of her own years ago, and that pain had never truly left her. One evening, Maria found Lily crying silently, tears soaking her pillow. The machines hummed steadily, indifferent to the child's fear. Maria hesitated, knowing she wasn't supposed to linger, but something stronger than rules pulled her closer. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" Maria whispered. Lily turned her head slightly. "I'm scared," she said. "Daddy thinks I'm asleep, but I hear him crying at night." Maria's heart broke. She gently wiped Lily's tears and sat beside her, holding her small hand. "You're not alone," she said softly. "I'm right here." From that night on, Maria began spending every free moment with Lily. She told her stories from her childhood, simple stories about village life, stars in the sky, and miracles that came from kindness. Lily listened with wide eyes, her fear slowly easing. Daniel noticed changes. Lily laughed more. She asked fewer questions about dying. One day he walked into the room and saw Maria teaching Lily an old lullaby. For a moment, Daniel felt like an outsider in his own house. He was about to speak when Lily smiled. "Daddy, Maria sings like Mommy used to," she said. Those words hit him harder than any business loss ever had. His wife had passed away years ago, and hearing her name in that tone reopened wounds he thought were buried. He allowed Maria to stay, something he had never done before. Weeks passed, and Maria did something no doctor had managed. She brought warmth back into the room. She decorated Lily's space with paper flowers, read to her for hours, and even carried her to the window so she could feel sunlight on her face. One afternoon, Lily asked Maria a question that made her pause. "Do you think God listens to maids?" Lily asked. Maria smiled sadly. "God listens to hearts," she replied, "not titles." That night, Maria stayed awake beside Lily's bed long after her shift ended. She prayed quietly, not for a miracle she could see, but for peace, strength, and comfort for a child who deserved more time. Daniel watched this from the doorway. For the first time, he truly saw Maria, not as staff, but as a human being giving something priceless. Love without expecting anything in return. As the 3rd month approached, Lily grew weaker. The doctors were gentle but honest. Time was running out. Daniel barely left her side now, his work forgotten. He held Lily's hand, memorizing its warmth, terrified of the day it would be gone. One evening, Lily asked for Maria. When Maria arrived, Lily took both their hands and smiled faintly. "I'm not scared anymore," she said, "because I know I'm loved." Daniel felt tears roll down his face, unstoppable. He realized that despite all his wealth, it was Maria who had given his daughter the greatest gift of her short life: comfort, courage, and love. Lily passed away quietly that night, with Daniel on one side and Maria on the other. The room was filled not with panic, but with a strange, painful peace. At the funeral, Daniel stood broken. When he saw Maria standing alone at the back, he walked toward her. His voice shook as he spoke. "You gave my daughter something I couldn't," he said. "Thank you." Weeks later, Daniel did something no one expected. He set up a foundation in Lily's name to help terminally ill children, and he asked Maria to run it with him. Not as a maid, but as a partner. Maria accepted with tears in her eyes. Daniel still missed his daughter every day, but he no longer felt completely lost. Through Maria's kindness, he had learned that love doesn't come from power or money. Sometimes it comes quietly, from the hands of someone the world barely notices.